Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at this cute tangle from YuRu Chen called Q-Belle. Now, this, like I said, it's so cute. And lots of ways to use it. And we'll talk more about that in a little bit. All right, so this one starts off sort of like a seed shape. And but we want to kind of have it be more of a fat seed shape, and so we'll give it our best go right here. Let's see if I can do it. I keep playing with it and not making it as wide as I want to. This is looking pretty good. All right, I'm liking that. And the reason that I think we want it wide. Oh, and let me back up really quick. For those that don't know, a seed shape is normally, well, like this, just a curved line. But in YuRu's example, she has them kind of, where it's has a little flare at either side. We'll call it that. So this side, I did it more like I wanted to, but this side, I don't know, I reverted to the old ways. But you will find, just like everything Zentangle, it's not going to matter. It's going to be gorgeous. All right, so with that, the next step is we're going to draw basically an S shape. And this is where I have run into more troubles just because. And, okay, I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to do it. So an S shape. Haha, like that. Okay. I've had some that just got a little bit wonky in the middle, and I'm going to share with you to not worry about that at all. Actually, in my step out, you'll see the different variations that I came with, because, drawing those basically from scratch each time. And sometimes it was what I wanted, sometimes not so much, but again, knowing that it doesn't matter. No such thing as a mistake in Zentangle. All right, next step is another S shape. And this time we're going to divide, so we've divided it in half this way, we're going to divide it in half this way, again with an S shape. And so somewhere kind of in the middle, and like so. Then we're going to have fun auraing. And we're going to do 2 diagonal sides we're going to fill with auras. I don't know that it matters which sides. So you could have fun with that. All right. So I'm going to just start here, and if you are new to Zentangle, to aura is essentially what I'm doing here, which is, and let me move my hand back. I noticed on the last video, my hand was kind of in the way. I mean, even though you could see the line, and you know what the problem is? Let me move up. I like to hold my pens. I have ever since I was a kid, and I think my one grandmother did the same, where I like to hold my pen or pencil like right by the tip is where my fingers are. And so it's such a habit. And I'm realizing, oh, well, if I could just back up a little bit, then you could see a little bit better. So anyway, to aura is just like this, where you're just outlining, essentially, whatever you did before. And going slow and working to... See, and look at how, if you watch these regularly, I think it was yesterday's, where I talked about, I just end up flattening mine out for whatever reason. And it's just a matter, I know, of paying closer attention to the curve. Even though, I mean, this curve is kind of changing as it goes. There's still something to that. But going slow and working hard to just paying attention to kind of a hugging or auraing, because that's the term we use, what came before it. Okay, and now I'm going to flip and do this side. We'll see how well I do here. And also, let me try it this way. So there are 2 ways to do this, and I in case you are new and you don't know. So this way, I'm using, have my hand planted, the heel of my hand, and then I can pivot like this. And that makes for really nice, consistent curves. And so sometimes I like that. But as you can see, the pen is kind of covering the line I'm auraing. So that versus this, where my hand's a little less comfortable because I'm not using the natural curve, but I can at least see very clearly what I'm doing. So I'm sharing it with you both ways because it's kind of a personal choice. If one way is just not working for you, then maybe try the other way and see what works best for you. We all work differently, and that's why I like to share different ways that either I found to do things or that, other people have shared, so that way then you can, pick whatever works best for you. All right. So there we have it. And you know what? That kind of looks cool just as it is. But we're going to add one more step. And this is kind of we're going to do like a curved line into a spiral. So I'm going to come from this tip. And so these obviously are in the open sections. And I'm going to come from this tip, and you could add whatever flare, or curve that you want, kind of like so. And I'm going to do it the same direction this way. And there we have it. Now, in the on the for more inspiration link, do check out how she's used it. So she used it kind of like as a centerpiece, where having 4 of them together, or you could do them in a row, or you could just have it by itself in whatever tangle you're using, and then you could add some extra things, so like some extra curly cues, or even other tangles like any of the organics. I know in hers she used flux and well, it says muka, but that doesn't quite look like muka. Sort of is. It's I guess it would be called the fronds of. But anyway, so take a look at that so that way you can see and get some extra ideas. Now, for shading, of course, there are many ways that you could shade it, or you don't have to shade it at all. But here's what I thought would be really, really cool. So I want to make, because this is big, and I can do this because it's big, I'm putting graphite. I'm holding my pencil the wrong direction, but that's okay. All right, I'm putting this on these orid sections, and I'm going on the inside of that curved line. And here's what I should do. So if you want to point your pencil and have the darkest, where you want it the darkest is where you want to point. So over here, I was just being lazy and not turning my tile. And it's just a good measure because it helps you to control it. And then I'm going to add some graphite. Actually, you know what? Let me not do that yet. I just started, but let me not finish that. Let's find my tortillon that I just had. Okay. Boy, here it is. They like to run away from me. Okay, so let's just look at this first. Now, because I have a big enough space, and I will have enough of the original tile color here, so I'm working in little circles, just bringing the graphite down a smidge, not too much, and that you can play with. What you want to have is you want to have original tile color here, so that way, as you can see, ooh, we have made it curve now all of a sudden. So you can play with how wide that is, but again, just leaving that middle section. I'm going to do the same thing over here. And just get, like, this one is a little bit more dicey because it's a little thinner. So you just have to be careful. And here's the thing I like about doing this is because I inevitably, in some places, like here, there's some over here, I get a little sloppy on the ends. Gosh, doesn't that look neat? And so doing the shading is a course correction. So course correction meaning, oh, I really don't like how that looks. There are a number of ways that we can course correct, so that way, it makes us happy. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting a little bit of graphite on the underside of this, gosh, what would that be? That was the third step that we did. All right, and then going to bring this out just a little bit. And again, I on purpose kind of tried to do this one a little bit lighter. And that looks nice. So that kind of adds to the arching that we've created, the illusion of arching that we've created by putting the graphite on both sides. So with that is Q-Belle, and I hope you agree that it's it's a really, really neat tangle. And like I said, many, many ways to use it, and so I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I would love to have a thumbs up. Clicking on the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, I would love to have you as a subscriber. Click the subscribe button and then click the notification bell so you tell YouTube how you want to be notified, if you want to be notified at all. And let's see, lastly, in that description section, underneath the step out links, are ways to connect with me. I do a combination of free and paid classes. I also have a Tangle Addicts Club that I, for one price per month, you get, you help to support the efforts that I'm doing in Zentangle, which is these videos and the free classes, but you get everything that I have put out paid will be included in that monthly price. And right now it's one class a month that I'm normally charging for, and so that would just be included in your membership. I send you links to both the AM and the PM sessions. You can choose which or both to come to, and would love to have you take a look at that if it's something of interest. And with that, I hope sometime, check out my website. Come join us on a Thursday. Thursday, our Tangle time. Those are free classes where we explore a Tangle, and we'd love to have you join us sometime. All right. So with that, thanks for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.